in the wake of the stellar Congress victory in the state of Karnataka, the 5 guarantees of the party, which were central to its victory, have been cleared. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah today chaired a meeting to make the key announcements, saying that the 5 promises will be implemented this financial year itself. Now, these include 200 units of free power to all households, 2,000 monthly assistance to the female head of the family, 10 kg of free rice and grains to every member of the BPL household, free bus travel for women, and 3,000 rupees a month for 2 years of unemployed diploma holders. Now, the government has announced a couple of tweaks. There's a caveat, which have angered the BJP and also people. A majority of the promises are on track as per the manifesto, but the bill is a whopping 50,000 crore every year. The bill looms over the government as the fiscal deficit for 2022-23 is targeted at over 61,000 crore. Revenue deficit for the same year is about 14,699 crore. The question remains, while the 5 guarantees have delivered power to the Congress party, can the state government bear the bill? The Karnataka government has done very well. If you look at the numbers, the fiscal deficit, the revenue deficit, but can you really maintain that fiscal discipline that has been the benchmark for the state of Karnataka? Let me take that question to our guests who are joining us on the broadcast. Mr. G.S. Prasanta, who is the spokesperson of the Karnataka BJP, Aishwarya Mahadev, the spokesperson of the Congress party. Both will join us on the broadcast, but this is the big story that we talk about tonight.
And it is a promise to the people of Karnataka that we will implement all the 5 guarantees.
बहुत सारे लोगों को थोड़े दिन में मालूम हो जाएगा कि ये बहुत बड़ा धोखा है.
No government can work faster than this.
With great difficulty we can absorb this, but we have promised the people of the state and we definitely want to keep up the promise.
Can the state foot the bill? Is it something that they can afford to do? These were tall promises that were made. Joining us on the broadcast is G.S. Prasanta and Aishwarya Mahadev. As I earlier said, good evening to both of you. Thank you so much for speaking with us. Aishwarya, I was looking at the budget analysis 2022-23 and the numbers that were released subsequently as well. If you look at the fiscal deficit, the revenue deficit compared to various other states across the country, the state of Karnataka has done wonderfully well. It's a double-digit growth when it comes to the services sector. This kind of freebie politics or the kind of social benefits that you want to accord to people, can the state really afford it?
You know, I think that was also a question that we should have asked when you decided to waive off 1 lakh crores of industrialists and expected some sort of trickle down, which did not happen. But Anusha, let me give you a few facts, right? That the current chief minister is a man that has delivered a whopping number of budgets. He is also, if you look at fiscal responsibility, in 2013, when he was chief minister, it was under his tenure that Karnataka performed the best. And even then, if you look at Annabhagya as a scheme, which the BJP said will make people lazy, but it obviously covered the poorest of the poor to have access to nutritious food. I think at that point, even with the cost to the exchequer, and mind you, the center was not giving us anything, the Annabhagya scheme back then, and Pashubhagya, Krishi, Matrupurna, all our welfare schemes, even then, we accounted for and we were still within the limit and fiscally responsible according to the conditions laid down by the Act 1. And second, it is funny how it's called freebie politics when it is done by opposition parties, but welfare measures and pushes when it's done by the BJP, Anusha. And let me give you a few examples, right? The BJP today, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead, Aishwarya. Finish your point.
The BJP today is crying hoarse about these guarantees, saying, oh, we have cheated. You know what's a bigger sort of deceit on the people of Karnataka and the state? Whether it's 15 lakh in my account, whether it's 2 crore jobs, whether it's doubling farmer income. Specifically in Karnataka, I'll tell you, their promises in their manifesto was that we will make your MSP 1.5 times. We will give all women of BPL families a smartphone. We will give all students entering college a laptop. And was that even fiscally prudent to even promise?
No, it wasn't fiscally prudent. And I say that candidly, but I believe this is a fair question that should be asked to any government, whether it's at the center or at the state. And yes, when the debt was written off, that question was asked, that is it really financially and fiscally prudent, and whether it should be done. Coming to the BJP, there are pertinent points that the Congress party has raised, and Aishwarya says that these are welfare scheme and not freebies. This is also the chief minister who's a veteran politician and understands the finances of the state, and the state is well within its budget to carry out these schemes. Do you buy that argument? Mr. G.S. Prasanta.
Anusha, I did hear what Aishwarya made a statement about, no doubt Siddaramaiah has presented 13 budgets.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean this is a fiscally prudent move at all. By any means, Congress is only indulging in this freebies. We've always been stating that Congress is indulging in this freebie politics only for vote bank. And now it is clear. If you look at the speeches of D.K. Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah during elections, it was with such rhetoric and theatrics that they went on to say that it is 200 units of electricity free for everybody. Despite we BJP at that point in time pointing out that, look, they have not given out the scheme, they are going to bring out some conditions. Congress went on record to say that 200 units is free for everybody. And then, insofar as the rice is concerned, 5 kgs is coming from the center as Food Security Act. Congress is now giving 5 more kgs, or are they giving 10 kgs? They have promised 10 kgs in their manifesto.
No,
are they adding 5 kgs to what BJP was already giving to give 5 more? Is one thing they have to answer.
No,
And
but sir, your
point
question
is
to
that
the Congress is about the quantum that they have delivered, or in principle that they shouldn't have done or promised what they have done. What's your objection, sir?
Anusha, it is not on principle. What they're doing is they're cheating the public by trying to misguide them. If you look at the press conference of Siddaramaiah also, he has mentioned some average calculation of last 12 months and power units, and this only to mislead the public. And in a month or
All
so,
right,
they'll
I
come back
have
and say,
last
"Look,
30.
you're not fitting into our
I have last
criteria."
30 seconds on the show. Aishwarya, a quick response from you, please.
Anusha, there's very popular saying in Kannada saying "Mada kagdidon mai parchkonda," because the BJP is completely inept. They don't even have a leader of the opposition right now to even raise these questions that the spokesperson is raising. The
once
fact
the
of the
session
matter, sir,
starts,
I
we
never
have leader of
interrupted you.
opposition.
Calm down. I did not interrupt you.
Sir,
Please,
let Aishwarya make a point. I'll come back to you. Sir, I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you. Aishwarya, quick point. Yes.
The guarantees are basically for the largest net of social security for the people in the state. Even today, our bus travel is for all across women, all across the board. We are basically saying this is beneficiary and targeted delivery of promises for people who need it the most. And
Due to the paucity of the time, I have to interrupt you there. Sir, the argument of the Congress party is that this is only targeted delivery. They have only fine-tuned the nuances of it. They have not gone back on the promises. Yes, Mr. Prasad.
Anusha, it is not about going back on promises. They're cheating the public in this guise to say what they promised and now what they're going to deliver are two different things. And in each of the schemes that they have brought out today in the press conference, in about the beneficiaries going and giving the details for the Griha Lakshmi Yojana, the 2,000 rupees.
90% of the manifesto promises
for the
are not
unemployment.
I'm completely out of time. I'm completely out of time. But Aishwarya Mahadev from the Congress party, Mr. J.S. Prasad of the BJP, thank you both for joining us on the broadcast. Well, this is an important question. These are promises that were made in the party manifesto, and it's only important that we continue keep asking the elected party what they have really delivered. Those were the questions of the opposition as well. Let's move on and talk about